Welcome to Forum 360. Today we are talking with legends of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Austin Carr, Campy, Russell, Larry, Nance, and Jim Chones. So stay with us for the second half of the show. So you find out, as the urban myth goes, you were actually in class. And you find out that you were taken by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right.
Can you go back? What was your first thought when you heard, I'm going to Cleveland?
I'm a big professional basketball player. That was it.
Okay, so I've made it to the NBA.
Yes, that's what I always wanted to do.
Okay.
I mean, nowadays guys try to orchestrate where they're going to go and this and that. I mean, and people have asked me, well, why did you go to Cleveland? You know, well, the second, couldn't you go somewhere else? I said, well, the way I look at it, like I went to Notre Dame, it was a football school, so I didn't care about. You know, I figured wherever I go, I'm going to try and make it the best basketball place I can make it. And really, when I first got here, it was tough. We had so many different personalities.
Oh, okay.
Because it was an expansion team and people were coming in and out. My first year, I had 6 roommates. I mean, I was like, man, that one guy would come in and I'd just get to know him and boom, he's gone. You know, but after a while, each year we would get more, Campy, Jim, everybody started coming until we got 12 guys that thought one way. Only thing we want to do is win. And once we got to that point, it was like a birth, a miracle happened. You know, it was just...
It truly was a miracle of Richfield.
It was amazing.
When you came to Cleveland, observers say that you were the spark that the team needed, that you made an immediate impact. Well, in baseball or football or basketball, you know, you see somebody traded and all of a sudden you're in a new town, a new locker room, and then how do you go out and make an immediate impact?
Well, I was coming from Phoenix where I was averaging 21, 22 points a game, and I was the main guy on that team. Well, this team, I felt when I came here was pretty much set, and all I need to do is just come in and help. And so I put my ego aside and wanted to work with these guys, and that's how it fit in. I came in and we had Brad Daugherty, which was a great center. We had Mark Price, and all I wanted to do was come in and block some shots and help when I could, and it worked out that it all worked well. They had Hot Rod. They had a great team before I got here. I just wanted to come in and fit in, and that's what made it all work.
I think to me, I think that's the key to having a good team.
Right.
Or a great team is
what
for
is the
people
key?
To self-sacrifice.
Okay.
To sacrifice some of their game in some instances, because I know when our miracle team, if you will, you know, we had Jim Chones, who was a good center. We had Brewer, Austin, and myself and Chones. I mean, it's a lot of other guys, but it was all about sacrificing some parts of your game to make it all work. Because I've been on teams where you had all the talent, but because no one was willing to give up themselves or to sacrifice themselves, we had a tragic season. You know, so it's easy for that to happen when guys are not willing to sacrifice some parts of the game.
Now, let me ask you, before we come to this facility, as you talk about a team that was willing to self-sacrifice or not, is there any team playing today in the NBA that you can point to and say, that's a team that self-sacrifices? That's a model. Pardon me, San Antonio?
San Antonio.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I really think they play well together, and that's why they're successful.
Yep.